Basic Education and Literacy Month, so we have some guest speakers today. The RYLA group is going to speak to us, and then Lloyd is going to speak to us about the NOW program. So I'd like to open up with the land acknowledgement. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the importance of the land we call home. We do this to reaffirm our commitment and responsibility in improving relationships between nations and to improving our own understanding of local First Nations and Métis people and their culture and gifts. We are gathering here today in the Treaty 3 territory, homeland of the Anishinaabe people. We acknowledge their stewardship of this land long before settlers arrived and their contributions to present communities, province, and country, Miigwech. We have the RYLA students here from St. Thomas Aquinas, and I'm going to introduce each of them. There's Akbar, he's right here.
Hi everyone.
Welcome.
RAHR.
I'm RAHR, but
RAHR.
yeah, yes.
Isa? Isa? She's here. And Tegan? And Leah. So I'm going to put them on the spot because they're going to share with us a little bit about their experience with RYLA.
You want them to go up?
Yeah.
You should invite them.
Oh, sorry. Come up here. Come up here and talk about, sorry. We're a little rusty here with this. New surroundings. Including myself.
You're going to have trouble getting Akbar to speak about anything.
So they're going to share a little bit about RYLA, tell them about what it is and what your experience is.
He's from RAHR.
Right. It's okay, it's okay. I'm on the Rotary, you know. Anyways, guys, first of all, I will have you guys give a huge round of applause for yourselves for making all these programs happen. So, like, please clap. You have seen what is within us. You have given us numerous opportunities to go to these amazing programs, be it RAHR, be it MUNA, be it RYLA, like they went to. I went to Rotary Adventures in Human Rights. It was about 2 weeks ago. August 14th is when we went there. And it was virtually us taught. We spent a lot of time at the Museum for Human Rights. We talked about genocide mainly and what leads to genocide. What I learned was it always starts with dehumanization. It happened in Rwanda, it happened in Germany, and it still happens to this day if we look at China with the concentration camps. And I also learned that when all these things are happening, we never act. We have in history always failed to act at the right time. And I learned the steps we can take, and we came up with this action plan at the end of RYLA. I ended up, sorry, not RYLA, at the end of RAHR. And my action plan is to make documentaries and connect indigenous sufferings to the high levels of addiction that we see in this town. So I'm working on making that documentary right now. And I met a lot of people, as Fred would know, and there were people from Alberta, there was a person from Poland too, and what brought us together is our desire of making the world a better place. So that was RAHR for me. Thank you very much for the opportunity you guys gave me, and you guys have continued to give me, like MUNA, and thank you very much.
Our eyes open too.
Does anybody else want to talk about their experience?
I am a very nervous speaker, so I actually wrote something so I wouldn't get lost.
We're having a rough time today.
Shocking in a lot of ways, but
Sorry, I'm done.
It's okay.
I'm not going to do it again.
The RYLA camp was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I cannot thank you enough for choosing me to go. I went into the camp not knowing what to expect and came out with a completely different view on almost everything. I also came out with COVID. Major thank you to Fred for driving me the whole way home with a mask on the entire time, the whole 5 hours it took to get here. I met people at this camp who I have lifetime friendships and memories with. The other campers I met taught me so much about myself and the person I wanted to be leaving the camp. The stories and the journeys people went through change your point of view in so many ways. One girl, Jenny, talked every single day about how important it is to better yourself and all the different ways to do so. Another boy, Aaron, completely made me shift my point of view on people, because he made me realize just how different people can be compared to the outside and in, because you cannot know a person's life until they personally tell you about it. I learned more from the counselors than I ever thought I could. One taught me about how important it is to really be yourself, and another taught me about how important it is to believe in what you know and speak your truth. Everyone at RYLA each taught me something on how to be better, even if they or I didn't realize it at the time. Everything I learned can be directly applied on how to be a better leader for myself and the people around me. The activities we did were completely like no other. Being woken up at 3 a.m. to complete a scavenger hunt with riddles when no one knows how to even think at that hour. Everything was so much fun, and I don't think I went a day or did a single thing without a smile on my face. I cannot come to thank everyone here enough for the opportunity and the absolute amazing, incredible life-changing experience this was. This camp will open up so many future opportunities for me. As we say at camp, and my all-time favorite saying in my personal dictionary, I love you.
And you know, the most ironic thing about all these camps is that you're with like-minded people. All these people, they want to leave a good impact on the world. So like, I think of RAHR and the people I met there, it reminds me of this code. Come back, even as a dream, even as a shadow. That's what RAHR was to me.
Cool.
Yeah. You go.
I'll go. I'd like to thank all of you for sending me to the RYLA camp. It was a great experience for me. I made like lifetime friendships and everything, connections. I learned a lot, like leadership skills and everything. There were like a lot of activities, like waking up at 1 a.m. and like doing all the riddles and stuff, running around. It was just an amazing, and I would love to go again to RYLA. Thank you so much.
When I went to RYLA, I wasn't sure what to expect or how it would be, but then once the week was done, I didn't want to leave. Like, I loved everyone that I met, and all the counselors were amazing, and I made friends, and all the activities and the campfires every night were just amazing. And it was so nice to be around people who have gone through something, who relate to you and understand you, and they won't judge you based on what you have been through. And it was just amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your experiences both at RYLA and RAHR. These are our youth, our future generation, our future Rotarians. They are our future leaders as well. So thank you for participating in RYLA and RAHR. So.
And I share your angst of waking up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, you probably heard us.
Any questions?
Yeah. Any questions?
I just bumped into somebody over the summertime whose daughter went to RYLA, this being back in about 1992 or 3, somewhere around that area. And she made the comment that her daughter is still emailing people that she met at that camp that many years ago. So the other comment I'd make is that in terms of the last couple of years, programs have been fairly cheap because they've been virtual programs. Next year we have to up our budget, or Kelly tells me that her budget's looked after. But one thing that you can always count on when you're trying to get money from Rotary Club, if you have people who've attended these camps and moved by both Nuna as well as RYLA, those are the best supporters for getting the rest of the club buy-in, as well as your presentation. So after you're through your education and you're getting into the work world, join the Rotary Club so you can be a supporter of these programs as a Rotarian.
Right, connecting to the person you bumped into, I must add that we are FaceTiming every Sunday. So it's me and all my wives, you know. So we are all on FaceTime, and 1 minute we could be having the most random of conversation, and the other minute we're having a meaningful conversation. And right now we are preparing to start a think tank on how we can improve the quality of education in Canada and internationally. Our plan is to gather youth from all across Canada, put them in this start a website like thing, and have them become members of it, and then that way they can put their input and on the changes that they think would be beneficial, and then we plan on presenting those observations to the right people. So
If we could just get him inspired.
Yeah, it would help.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Very well done, thank you.
Well done.
So our next speaker is Lloyd Mack. He's, again, co-chair of the Health and Hunger Committee. He's going to present on the NOW program, which our club sponsors and also many members
Facilitates,
facilitates, and many members participate in it.
Well, thank you, and my apologies to our speakers from RYLA and RAHR with this thing coming on and off, trying to get it to run. It's been a kind of weird last hour trying to figure out what I had done with the video. And I couldn't even see it on Facebook. And anyway, now we found it. Anyway, thanks for the opportunity to update everyone on the Nutrition on Weekends Now Kenora program. This week we begin another school year with packing on Wednesday and distribution to the schools on Thursdays. And amazingly enough, this is our 5th year of facilitating the program, starting in 2019 in the spring as a pilot project. It's hard to believe that we're that far in. So in the fall of 2018, we started discussions in the club and with the community partners about what we could do for children living in poverty. We were motivated by the 2018 report from the Campaign 2000, which indicated child poverty in the Kenora federal riding was double the Canadian average at 34.7%. The question was raised to what children, what did children who access the school nutrition programs do on weekends when they didn't have the same resources? And as a result, we took up the banner for nutrition on weekends in Kenora. The pilot program, as I mentioned, we ran it for 15 weeks in the spring of 2019 at King George School, and it provided two breakfasts, 2 snacks, 2 lunches, and fruit and vegetables at that time. And it was rolled out in the fall of 2019 for the 2019-2020 school year to all 8 elementary schools in Kenora, public, Catholic, and the Keechik school. We were packing over 280 bags by January of 2020, and when COVID-19 pandemic closed schools in March, we were pretty well positioned and we were quick to adapt the program and expand the program. We brought in the high schools or those that needed it in the high schools. As well, we increased the size of the bags to 4 or 5 days a week size for the kids that were learning at home virtually. Through the 2020-21 school year, we offered a hybrid program. We had some students return to school, plus we had those that were still doing virtual, so we had different sized bags because the ones that were at school were able to access the school nutrition programs. And then in 21-22, last school year, we returned to weekend bags. And at the end of the recent school year, we were packing 204, 205 bags a week. And it changes every week. Some people's needs change, or their positions, or wherever, that changes. And we accommodate either increases or decreases. Today, when we pack, it takes us 10 volunteers about half an hour to pack that 204, 205 bags. It took us that long for 17 bags back in 2019. So I think we've improved a little bit. I've insisted since the beginning of the program that it needs to be a community program, as one organization can't support it alone. And we've been financially supported, and we've had volunteers from throughout the community, as well as the finances come from businesses, organizations, individuals, as well as grants. Volunteer help has come from other organizations. It's come from just individuals on the street, Rotary friends or partners, Rotarians. And last year, the program cost in 21-22 a total of $56,500, and compared that to $87,140 in 2020-2021. And that goes to the difference of the size of bags in particular. I am concerned about costs going up this year. I've had friends already tell me just their own personal grocery bills have gone up 30% in the last few months. I've had communications from some of our suppliers that have indicated their costs and what they've tried to do to curb increases, but suggesting that we're going to see price increases. The good news is we have again been fortunate to secure a lot of support, and we enter the year in a good financial position. We have a community foundation grant that was given to us in the spring, and I think it was early June, and we didn't use it at that time. We still have that. It's just over $3,000, and we've received 2 grants through the summer. One is the Weyerhaeuser grant through the health unit. The health unit as a charity has to apply for it, and it's $12,320 grant. And then the Kenora District Services Board Child Poverty Reduction Grant, we've received that in the past a few times, and we've received it again for $22,500. So we have available funds moving into the 2022-23 season of approximately $64,750, and we'll continue to get support, like I say, through grants and donations, etc. Now, I do want to thank Vicki Donath from Shaw, who helped complete this video that we're going to show. This video is made for the visit of the RI President Jennifer Jones in July, and it took a lot of work on Vicki's part, and she made it certainly a lot more professional than we could. I can't even show it professionally, so I can't imagine trying to make it. So it's a 2-minute video. It's very quick, and we'll play this. It is shocking in a lot of ways, but we went into it with our eyes open too. There's stats that told us that there was a high rate of poverty, and it was close to 30% in the Kenora region. The NOW program got started because of a Rotary District 5550 initiative to find out what we could do for children living in poverty. Well, we started with one school for the pilot project, 17 kids, and right now we are doing all 10 schools in Kenora, the elementary and high schools, and we have about 205 a week.
At the high school level, we do not want to draw attention to what students receive, the packages each week. I deliver to each of the houses, so that way it doesn't give a stigma to the students who receive it in our school, and giving them the privacy and just out of respect for them. And it allows them to be more focused during school hours, and that's where we see the difference. And the people and the children who access that with our students, you can visibly see the difference in them and their success.
There's a lot of food security issues for our families, and during the week we can feed them breakfast and we can feed them lunch. But when they go home for the weekend, there's a gap. There's nobody to feed them. So that's where the NOW program comes in. The foods in the bags are also ones that the students can prepare on their own. They're simple meals, but they're healthy and nutritious as well. There are bags that are labeled for students with allergies, so they're nut-free or lactose-free.
it's important to the club that no child is hungry. We believe the Nutrition on Weekends program is achieving its goal. So that was the video that was done in July. I also sat down in July through Vicky, arranged, wanted a program, Sitting with Sally, the Sitting with Sally program on Shaw, and we did an interview on that. And if you have a chance to see that, that'd be great. I also have links. It's already shown, right?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's also on YouTube now. Yeah, I've got the link. Yeah, I should share that with everybody, and then people can watch that and such. So yeah, that's where we're at with the Nutrition on Weekends program, and I really think that many hands make light work. And if you are interested in joining us and packing, or delivering, or grocery shopping, or whatever, we'd welcome you. We start packing this Wednesday at 4:30. We pack in the health unit. It's good if you let me know ahead of time if you're coming. We don't like people to get bored and say, oh, you didn't really need me, and never see them again. We'd rather organize, if we're going to have that many people coming, rather have organized where you're going to work and put you to use, because we don't want anybody not feeling they're useful. You are all useful.